Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Too Long Didn't Watch for the Body Transformation series on the Making Chad channel. I hope you guys are enjoying the content so far and you're still with me as we cover my journey. For those of you just joining us here, this is basically an executive summary of week 3. If you're looking for a more in-depth day-to-day data, my moods, everything I was feeling, I do recommend you go watch the full episode, which is also available on this channel. If this is content you are enjoying, please make sure you hit the like button, and if you want to see more great content as soon as it comes out, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single thing. With that said and done, the background footage we got here is one of the weights classes whilst training with body development, and you'll catch me sporting the grey UCLA t-shirt. This was a really good class. This is one where you can definitely feel the burn in your muscles on the next days. And is a very good one for engaging your core. A lot of these exercises requiring you to stabilize that core in order to get the technique right. I'm not going to go too much into details about the workout. If you are interested in this kind of stuff, I recommend you go check out Body Development's YouTube channel, which I've linked down below. So the stats for the week. We'll start with the calories. So total calories in was 2,039. This is a daily average. My calories out was 2,689, and my steps was 6,586. So overall, a deficit of 650 is pretty good. It's within the ranges of what I was hoping to aim for. Actually, I was aiming for about 500, so this implies that I'm under 8. And this is what was recorded on my Garmin Watch. Now, when we get to the weights, I'll talk a little bit about why my deficit was actually probably closer to 1,000 per day as opposed to the 650 I was tracking. That exercise there that you just saw with the ball, dead bugs, is awful, by the way. Very, very painful exercise on the abs, but again, very good. My macro split for the week was 13% carbohydrates, 47% fat, and 40% protein. My protein total intake was 203 grams per day. I did try in this week, I think it was, to put my carbs down to as low as 10%, and I realized that my moods were getting really affected. I didn't want to be social, I didn't want to deal with other people, and it was a bit hard. The sweet spot for me was around 15% carbohydrates on this diet, and that got a little bit easier as when I got to the end of February I started putting that up, but you'll see that as we go throughout the series. So my weigh-in. My weight at the start of this week, coming off of week 2, was 74.3 kilograms, and the end of this week we dropped exactly 1 kilogram down to 73.3 kilos. That implies that my calorie deficit was more than 500 a day, because if it was only 500 a day, my expected fat loss would have been about half a kilo. Now, since it was a whole kilo, that implies that I was actually at about 1,000 deficit per day. One of the things that I should have been doing was eating a lot more on this cut than I actually was. There was quite a few days where I underate, and it wasn't even intentional. Like, to be honest, some of the days, like I just felt full because I was eating so much protein. I just didn't get those hunger pangs. And then it's just a case of sort of reminding myself, hey, yeah, you do need to eat this much. The idea is to lose the weight slowly. We don't want to drop it too fast. So ultimately, throughout the series, I did drop the weight quicker than I should have. I'm very grateful for the results, but I imagine if you guys are trying to follow along, you don't necessarily need to push quite as hard as this. So in fact, you can enjoy more food than you saw me putting on the plates. So that's a quick update for this week. We should have Tom on the channel next week for an interview to talk a little bit about what he does at Body Development and how he helped me with my training and versus things that I'm doing. Ultimately, he's the professional. I'm not a personal trainer, and anything I say, if your PT says something that contradicts it, probably listen to the qualified trainer rather than the guy you watched on YouTube. But it'll be a good idea for you to sort of understand exactly how Tom thinks and sort of the things that he does in the body development. We're going to wrap it up here, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and we should catch you for the next episode of the Body Transformation series. So just be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to be the first to know when that drops so you can follow along. And if you are also training in a similar way, got yourself on the same kind of diet, please shoot comments down below. I'd love to hear how you're getting on, what results you're seeing, or give you any advice if you are struggling. But for now, we're going to wrap it up here, and I'll catch you all for the next one, guys. Cheers.